Well, there's two answers to this question. Why don't we just promote raw food? Number one, not everyone has the time, the effort, or simply wants to feed raw. People live busy life, they are busy professionals, they have kids, they go out to parties, they simply don't want to be feeding a raw food diet. Why? Well, they haven't got the time, they haven't got the patience, they don't know, they don't feel comfortable. That's why. That's number one, why raw food is not for everyone. Number two, you can actually get, if not the same, very, very similar results from the kibbles we promote and from the foods we promote. And we think that there is a huge dispersion, there's a huge delta between cereal-based foods and commercial-based foods and foods that are widely available, foods that are recommended everywhere ad nauseum through all the channels you are familiar with, and the foods we promote that are niche, they're quality, they promote good, healthy, fresh meats and raw meats. And yes, they are processed, they are kibbled, but they are wonderful kibbles. And if it's true that they are not fresh, they're not raw, the ingredients are incredible. The ingredients that go into the extruder, those ingredients are second to none. And we have a very close relationship with our suppliers, and we can guarantee that those kibbles are incredible. So that is number one. And number two, and we see this all day, every day, people who say they feed raw, but they don't take into account offal, they don't feed the dog any bone, they just feed a single protein, just like chicken, for example, or tripe, and they say they feed a raw food diet. Raw food has to be done correctly. It has to be done properly. You have to be a responsible raw feeder. And sadly, it is still the case that we see all the time that we have to sit down with people and tell them what the dog actually needs and how to feed raw properly. You can feed raw, but you can feed raw terribly wrong. So that is reason number two. Why don't we promote just raw food for dogs? Some people simply don't want to, and you can get phenomenal results with simply kibble or phenomenal wet foods. And number two, people keep doing raw wrong. They don't store it correctly, they don't process it correctly, they don't account for the appropriate whole prey ratios correctly. So those are the two reasons why we don't just promote one thing. We're not in one camp or the other camp. We are in the healthy camp. Thank you so much for the question. Keep them coming.